From headquarters, United States Army Reserve Command at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, this is the USARC Report. I'm Marty Martin. The military is a dangerous occupation. Death is an accepted possibility that goes hand in hand with being a soldier during both war and peace. Every death is a tragedy, and each soldier lost impacts our ability to defend our country. Losing soldiers to suicide imparts an emotional burden on the living on what went wrong. It creates a hole in our ranks and raises questions about what could have, should have been done to prevent it. Army Reserve chaplains and chaplains assistants are one part of the team that mans the front lines in suicide prevention and awareness. Sergeant Major Wayne Henderson is the Command Chief Chaplain's Assistant for USARC Headquarters and the Army Reserve. He sees the problem from the unique position of being both a senior enlisted soldier and a counselor to soldiers of all ranks. He knows the emotional toll that suicide takes on those left behind and has worked with soldiers who have contemplated taking their own lives.
I was in Afghanistan in 2009. I was escorting a chaplain there. We were there for a short period of time, and I just happened to be at the Bagram Chapel there in Afghanistan on Bagram Air Force Base. And a senior master sergeant from the Army, it just turns out they were both Army reservists. He says, I have a soldier that needs to talk to somebody. So I said, well, I'm the only one here. Would he mind talking to me? This one said, no, it'd be fine. So I went out there and I got the soldier, went into another part of the chapel. He and I started talking. He went over his circumstances and his situations, what was going on at home, what was going on in his job in Bagram. And as we were talking, I could hear a little bit of desperation in his voice. Finally, I said, well, you know, what happens today? What happened this morning when you got up? And he says, well, Sergeant Major, when I got up this morning, I was headed to Chow, and I thought about just stepping out in the middle of Disney Boulevard. So to say that is to say he wanted to end his life. So I stopped him talking right at that point. I said, soldier, just hold on just 1 minute. And I repeated back to him what he said. And I said, is that what you said? He goes, yes, sir. I said, all right, you and I are done talking at this point. I said, but the first thing I need to do is take your weapon. I retrieved his weapon from him. I took him back out to his master sergeant, and I said, I want you to sit here with him. Here's his weapon. He doesn't get this back. I went back into the office area, and there happened to be a chaplain there coming back from Chow. I said, sir, I got somebody you got to talk to. He says, well, who's he? I said, sir, doesn't matter who he belongs to, doesn't matter who he is. There's a soldier out there, needs your help right now. Go in your office, I'll bring him to you. The officer went back, the chaplain went back, got in his office. I brought the soldier back there. They spent about 45 minutes talking. We immediately went from there down to the hospital. We happened to catch the crisis management team that was there. They talked with him for another hour. The soldier got help. I saw the soldier about 9 days later. Soldier was doing much better. Soldier still didn't have his weapon, but the soldier was in a much better frame of mind. He was, in my opinion, on his way to getting help. We did not send him home. He continued his tour there, and to the best of my ability, that soldier's still alive today.
Henderson says that USARC chaplains stand ready at any time to talk and work with soldiers, civilian employees, and family members to deal with the problem of suicide. It is, he says, not about religion, it's about taking care of people. The main contact number for the USARC chaplain's office is 570-8050. The Army has designated September as Suicide Prevention Month. Throughout the month, you'll see a number of training, awareness, and prevention initiatives that culminate with a mandatory suicide prevention stand-down for all 3 Army components starting September 27th. A series of videos will run on monitors throughout the USARC and FORSCOM headquarters building during September. Senior military and civilian leaders in these short productions will present messages dealing with the problem and information on where to turn for help. More information about the problem and how to deal with it and the Army Suicide Prevention Program can be found at www.preventsuicide.army.mil. Homeless veterans in the Fort Bragg area may be just a little more comfortable thanks to the efforts of USARC military and civilian employees. The USARC chaplain's office recently delivered boxes containing hundreds of sundry items to the Veterans Empowering Veterans organization in downtown Fayetteville. VEV is a nonprofit organization providing case management and counseling, employment training, housing, and benefit assistance to homeless veterans in Fayetteville and surrounding areas, according to Renee Elder, founder and chief executive officer.
Those items will go to our veterans. They come in every day. We have veterans under the bridge that we service. We have veterans that we just encounter that, you know, come in and need soap or shampoo. All the toiletries that they donated, and by the way, I want to say thank you, Fort Bragg, for your generous donation, will go to help veterans. And they will go, they come in, they get them, and they use them. We give here a hand up, not a handout, okay? Veterans Empowering Veterans is all about you empowering yourself to get back into society through training and life skills.
Master Sergeant Anthony Pamplin, Master Chaplain Assistant at USARC, said the VEV was a natural fit for the chaplain's office collection and donation program.
Veterans Empowering Veterans seemed to really fit what our goal was to give to our veterans, meaning it wasn't just giving a handout, they actually help people with employment and things of that nature. So we felt that we wanted to give more than toiletries, so they also accept furniture and monetary donations. So although our office give toiletry items, if people want to give more, they can give more directly to this organization.
USARC personnel interested in the donation program can contact the chaplain's office at 570-8050. For more information about Veterans Empowering Veterans, visit their website at www.veteransempoweringveterans.org. And that will do it for this episode of the USARC Report. Thanks for watching.